Hi out there, it's Odin with Rainy River Overland, and today we're going to take a deep dive into the Honda Pioneer 1003. So it's been all redesigned for this, well, not all redesigned, but it's been redesigned a lot for this year. So maybe you want a side-by-side for work, maybe you want one for play, and maybe it's for both. But one thing's for certain, Honda's Pioneer 1000 lineup is the cream of the crop, in my opinion at least. I know there's other brands out there that you can look at. There's more, this one's suited for work and hunting, and that's kind of what I do. Best of all, though, this year, they're even better with some major upgrades throughout the line and the addition of the new forest and trail models. The forest model's more of a get out there for hunters. It has more premium things on it. It's got a light in the bed. And then you have the trail model, which that one has the upgraded shocks. It's going to be more for those who hit the trails hard, and they also still need the utility. But it's got pre-installed different things from the factory on it. The all-new Pioneer 1000 models, though, they now offer more power from their Honda Unicam engines and a new instrument panel, a new larger cup holder, upgraded tires and wheels, new electric power steering, new graphics and the front grille design, and much more. And some of them even offer a new under dash and under seat storage as well. This one does not. This one is your basic 1003 model. I like it. It's a 3-seater. It does exactly what I need it to do as far as the utility of everything. But I want to take a deeper dive into all this. So first of all, let's jump into the comfort. So the 1003-seater has right here as a contoured bench seat. It's pretty tough, durable. It's built to enhance every driving experience. The contoured seats for the 3-passenger. The center seat is positioned up from the other ones and forward to maximize the space and comfort. And the covering is designed to resist both the elements and heavy use, getting in and out of here with, whatever you're wearing, stuff, all that. Another cool feature about this that's new for this year, let's take a peek, is it has a new LCD cluster. If you take a look right in there, it might be a little blurry, but anyway, it's completely redesigned for 2022. If you take a good look at it, here I'll pop the key on for you guys. You can take a peek. It might be a little blurry, but anyway, it's much easier to read with a bigger, brighter new graphics. The display now includes a clutch indicator and a battery voltage readout, in addition to speed, fuel, RPM, and transmission modes, water temperature, trip information, and more. So what's really mostly impressive about this, we'll fire it up here in a minute, is the fact that there is a new sophisticated chassis. Some of the most impressive features of this 1000 is the addition to the suspension and ground clearance. They rubber mounted the engine. I don't know how well you guys can see that in there. Kind of difficult. But they rubber mounted it, the engine and exhaust system to insulate the cabin against excessive vibration. So while you won't see this feature, though, you'll feel it when you're out there. It has a new tilt wheel right in there to help adjust it. It helps give you different settings. It really helps with a lot of different size people climbing in and out of these machines. The other thing that they've done is the older models, their cabins tended to get hot. You had to buy some aftermarket stuff to kind of keep it cool in there. But the engineers have given the whole Pioneer lineup some big improvements when it comes to managing the cabin heat. It's a really nice under-seat design where it's more of a stamped plastic than what it was before. It was more just like a layer of rubber. Anyway, let's jump into the engineering of this. It has the advanced transmission logic, the brain of the DCT. The advanced transmission senses how you drive and adapts. Relaxed drivers get earlier shifts for a quieter ride at a lower RPM speeds. Sportier drivers will hold each gear a little bit longer for the higher RPM shifts. And you get true engine braking. And let me tell you, I was out pulling a trailer and it had some stuff on it, and it was really awesome how it would do that as I was coming to a stop. Another thing I want to kind of talk about is the reduced parking interlock. So when you put this thing into park on here, you'll notice you no longer have a cable. You put it into lock, and it really cuts down on the servicing of any kind of cable, any other thing you have. The chassis and suspension is better. It's been redesigned. You can take on, it has larger tires that come stock now with it. They're more of a high performance tire. Rubber mounted engine, as we talked about. It insulates against excessive vibration. The Dirt Master is new for this year on all of the Pioneers. Obviously, this is just the steel rims because, like I said, I didn't really jump into the Deluxe or the 5 or any of that trail. But it has the independent front and rear suspension, dual A-arms. It gives you right around 10.5 inches of travel in the front and 10 inches of travel in the rear. Pair that with the good ground clearance and you maximize available traction and suspension and comfort over almost any kind of terrain. Another kind of cool thing about this is the paddle shifting right on the steer column. You've got the plus, the minus. So it's a serious dose of performance. In my opinion, it's all right if you want to use it. I won't really be using it that much except for maybe hauling. It lets you override the current gear with a quick up or down shift, which is cool. It's got turf mode, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, and diff lock. In case you need to maximize anything. And if you look at that right there, it's pretty sweet. The turf mode allows you to drive around on the grass without tearing anything up, which my wife appreciates. I'm not tearing the yard up when I'm hauling wood in or hauling stuff around the yard. The engine gets more power for 2022. It's the 999cc twin cylinder engine. It's boosted the engine power in its entirety for this year, especially in the mid-range and top end. It uses a lower gear ratio, but it's using the same unicam head design found in motocross bikes, which is really awesome. And moving along to the back, I've got the dump bed, of course, dropped, but it's got a towing capacity for this year of 2,500 pounds. It'll haul it. You can jump right in this thing. You can use this to haul almost whatever you need around the entire yard or wherever you're going. And it does it. Like I said, I've hauled trailers. It's got a fully automatic 6-speed DCT transmission, which is the only one out there that actually uses, well, first of all, DCT is the dual clutch transmission. It's the only one out there that actually uses a transmission and not a belt, which is really cool. So industry's first and only all-gear 6-speed dual clutch transmission basically gets the job done with that. You've got a high-low sub-transmission with a full 42% gear reduction between high and low gear. You get the torque you need in all 6 gears. It comes in handy when driving over difficult terrain, scaling steep hills, or towing heavy loads. And again, I can attest to that. You put it in low gear and you start going, you're absolutely going to have the traction you need for anything that you need to do. The safety in these, it has new safety nets. We'll take a look at these really fast here. So the safety nets are a lot smaller this year, and they're actually built a lot more durable for 2022. They've upgraded it on all their models. It disconnects easy. It's the same one that comes on the Talon, and obviously the mesh pattern is changed. The occupant protection structure uses larger diameter tubing. I don't know if we can get a good shot of that, but it's larger diameter tubing. Meets ISO's rollover protection standard. The hard doors and roll-up side nets help keep debris from entering the cabin and auto style 3-point seat belts are equipped with an emergency locking retractor, and those are kind of neat. Let's see if I can get a shot of it. It's right up there. It hooks onto the bottom. It's got 4-wheel disc brakes all the way around it. If you're looking for the versatility in this machine, which that's what I was looking for when I bought this, you've got a 1,000-pound capacity tilt bed, and it's a really good size tilt bed. Like I said, I've used it. It handles well for carrying wood. Clearly, you can see that I have a ton of wood in there. Mine does not have under-seat storage, but the one thing that Honda did do is they listened to their people, and they've got bigger cup holders for the year. So if you're going to throw in any kind of bigger tumbler or any other, larger cup, you're now able to do that. There's an accessory switch panel. You can, for whatever accessories you might want to put on this thing. For me, I have a winch put on there, but I also set this up for more of plowing at our property. It's got the 12-volt accessory socket. It's right down in the front. It's kind of the common cigarette lighter for those who don't know. It'd be right in there. It comes with a nice rubber gasket over it to protect it. It's got the color match door and bedside panels, which I really like. They put a lot of thought and engineering into this. The engine air intake, to get the most out of the engine, you get the best air filter going into it. That's why they positioned the air filter on the intake up high under the hood. It helps ensure a clean air supply. Another thing I'd like to show you guys here, we'll go right ahead and we will pop open the hood of this. I don't really open this all that often, but let's pull this off of here because there's some really cool stuff in here. So you've got your first battery right there. It's really kind of awesome. And then you have a spot for a second battery in case you're running a lot of different things on here. You're running a lot of lights or whatever else you might want to run. But just know that that's in there. They already pre-thought that out. I personally went ahead and had the Honda Pioneer, the winch from Warren, put on here to operate my plow that I'm going to be using, but that's a whole other video. So I've got about 700 miles on this now, and I've had it for about 2 weeks. Not even 2 weeks, probably a little less. And I'll tell you, it's become an asset around the property. It's been absolutely amazing. And if you're in the market for a new side-by-side and you're looking to get something where you can enjoy the trails with your family, or you want to be able to get out there and haul firewood or haul whatever else you might need to haul, this is it. This is the one for you. If you like this video, like and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys coming over here, watching these videos. You'll notice that my videos are better now. I have a better camera. I have a better setup. That's so I can bring you better content. So ding that button, like and subscribe. And until next time, get out there and enjoy the great outdoors.